Hey yo, what up though? It's your boy Brad B-Rad Butler II, and welcome to another edition of Lit Motivation, #Litmo. Alright, let's get into it. Listen, I know when you're dealing with some stressful situations, when you're dealing with some stuff where you're like, man, I'm working hard on this, I'm grinding, and it feels like things just aren't going your way, right? You feel like you stuck. It's like, I don't know, I got a deadline, I'm supposed to complete this. I said I was trying to get this done, make this amount of money, save this, do that, like trying to get these things done, and it looks like it's not about to happen. A lot of times you start talking to yourself in your head, in your mind. You start talking to yourself, right? And what I need you to understand is that I understand that it's your voice, but that doesn't mean you have to listen to it. You got to be careful when you start listening to yourself when you're having those negative moments, right? Where things just aren't going right. It seems like everything is going wrong. Anything that could go wrong is going wrong, right? So you're sitting there and you're like, man, I'm doing the work, I'm grinding, I'm doing this and that, right? But it's just not happening. It's not coming together like it's supposed to. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it just works like that, where it doesn't necessarily always come together. But you still have to keep doing the work, and you have to try to keep a positive mindset throughout the entire thing, right? It's just like when you play in sports. It's not over until it's over, right? Until there's all zeros on the clock, that game ain't over yet. There's always still an opportunity for the opponent to come back, right? Because there's still time on the clock, right? So in those moments, you have to make sure that you are not listening to yourself if you feel that you might be in the negative space, right? Now, if you're saying positive things to yourself, like positive affirmations and things like that, all right, cool. You rocking and rolling, you trying to keep yourself positive, keep yourself focused. But if you start going down that path where you're like, man, this ain't never gonna work, I knew this wasn't gonna work, I shouldn't have did this from the beginning. Listen, that's not gonna help you. That's not gonna help you fix the problem. The best thing that you can do in those situations is stay focused. Stay focused on the task at hand. And just take it by one task at a time, and before you know it, you'll be able to complete whatever task or goals that you have set out, right? But I'm telling you right now, just because it's your voice, it does not mean that you need to listen to it, right? So, like for example, like I was saying with the fact that it's just not over until it's over, right? Like I was just watching the game with the Rams and the Browns. Like the Rams were winning, but then the Browns were coming back at the end, right? So they driving down the field, and then if you're a Rams fan like me, you sitting there watching and you like, ah man, here they come, because they got Odell and they got Landry and they got Chubb and they got Baker Mayfield, and he's slinging it and he's throwing it and they running it, and I'm like, come on, bro, we got to stop them. Like we need this 3 and out, but it seems like we're not getting it. I'm just like, all right, well, we got to hold on. But you could tell that the players on the Rams were like, oh, okay, the game's not over. We got to keep playing until it's over. So the defense is out there doing their thing, they balling, trying to just hold out. And then when they got down to it, right, it's probably about 20 seconds left in the game. Listen, my man Baker Mayfield threw the ball to the corner of the end zone, and John Johnson went over there and picked that thing off and put the game out. It was over. Then it was over. The game was over at that point. Wasn't nothing they could do to come back. So what I'm telling you is, you got to keep on balling. You got to keep on playing the game until it's over. Like, don't get caught up in your mind when you start feeling like things aren't going your way. Then you want to get negative, because I promise you, when everything was going positive, when everything was going the right way, you was all with it. You was like, yeah, I got this. We good. I'm getting this money. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm getting this promotion. This paper's getting done. I'm getting the grades. Everything was fine. You were doing just fine in that situation. But as soon as things start to not go your way, now all of a sudden it's a shipwreck. Now all hands, abandon ship. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. This ain't gonna work. Nah, ride this thing out. You got it. All you gotta do is stay with it. Stay with the program. Stay with what you were doing. Like I said, just because it's a bad situation and just because it's your voice, it does not mean that you have to listen to it. Listen, if you want to stay positive, if you want to stay focused, and you want to speak those positive affirmations into your life, then cool. Then you're on the right path. But if you start going down the wrong path where you think everything is negative, you got this woe is me mentality, and you're not willing to play the game all the way to the end, then you can't expect to win. You can't expect to ever win, because as soon as something goes wrong, you're going to jump ship, right? So listen, it's your boy Brad B-Rad Butler II, and as always, I encourage every last one of you to make your next day your best day. I'll see you next week.